right, hello everybody. So, decent weekend of football. It didn't go perfect for us. Not as good as the last other few weeks, but that's all right. It happens. We're still very, very positive. And well, we were technically we were positive this weekend, so that's good. Just not as positive as we would have liked. And I'll show you guys here. So, our safety net, we went 2-2 on it. Colts did not cover plus 7.5 against the Titans. Buccaneers got crushed by the Panthers. Did not see that coming. But the Jets and the Seahawks both did hit theirs. I do know that the Jets line changed because Russell Wilson was officially out, but it wasn't by much. So we probably wouldn't have taken them at minus plus 7.5, and we would have probably taken them at plus 3.5. But either way, we would have hit it. So that's all right. It's just that minus 295 as of yesterday. You wouldn't have gotten it at that point, but when the video's uploaded, you probably would have. And then Seahawks plus 10.5. We thought they were gonna win. We were correct on that. So 2-2 there. We're 12-3 over the last 3 weeks, which I would say is still pretty good. And I'm not gonna complain too much about that. Then these are just our game picks. These are just like for fun on the channel. Let's say one of you guys are like, hey, I'm really confident that this team is going to beat this team or whatever, and you're just looking for that second opinion or whatever. That's what this is. We went 10-3, very good. Cardinals, we were right. Ravens, we were right. Bengals, we were right. Cowboys, we were right. Packers, Commanders, I did say I didn't think it would be crazy for the Commanders to win, but I picked the Packers. So that was a loss. Buccaneers, obviously, that was a loss. Giants, got that one right. Colts, we got that one wrong. We got the Raiders right, the Jets right, the Seahawks right, the Chiefs right, and the Dolphins right. So a very good weekend there. We got some of the upsets picked. Seahawks weren't supposed to beat the Chargers. The Jets, well, at the time of making the picks, they were not supposed to beat them, but this one pretty good. So 10-3, I'm not going to complain at all there. And then here we got our player props that happened yesterday. So Kenneth Walker and Dameon Pierce both hit. They crushed them. Kenneth Walker had like 168 yards rushing. So that was great. And then Tua and Waddle both hit theirs for last night's game, but I was wrong about the Harris and Mostert props. They both went over. Sucks. We were just wrong. They hit their over. It is what it is. And then Hill was very close, but he also missed his. So doesn't matter if he's half a yard away. Still lost, right? So 2 for 3 on the night game, but 4-3 over the whole thing, which is positive. So as you can see, we went positive this weekend with our safety net picks and our player props. We went 2-2 and then 4-3. So technically, we went positive. So not too much complaining there. Obviously, could have been better, but that's all right. Just was not, it was decently pass heavy, but still, I believe Sherfield had a bunch of targets and big receptions, so good for him, but kind of took away from Tyreek Hill, and there were some bad passes to Tyreek as well. So that's that. What are you going to do? And then we got this for tonight. So I always, last week we went 3 for 3 on Patriot props, so that was good. But this is what I'm feeling tonight. This down here it'll go towards our safety net picks. It's the Monday night game, so it's a little bit different here. Because one thing that I hate is, let's say I'll make 2 or 3 leg parlay on Sunday, right? But then the last game is on Monday. So let's say you hit the 2 or 1 other leg, then you gotta wait 24 hours to see if you hit it. It just kind of sucks, right? So don't usually like to do that. Maybe I'll start a little bit more, but I also want something to talk about on Mondays. So here, Patriots minus 2.5 is minus 340. That's a lot, right? That's huge because it's normally 8.5. So that's very big, but I like that a lot. They could win by a field goal and you still get it, right? Minus 340 just means bet $340, you get 100 back. So we take the under. The under is normally 40.5, I believe. So we take under 45.5, and we parlay them together, and they make minus 117. So it's just like the safety net picks. I give you 2, 3, 4, 5 picks, right? But you parlay them together because they have really bad payouts. Parlay them together, and then you get that minus 117 or so. So that's what I got going on down there. And then we got the player props. I'm a Patriots fan. I know. Possibly a little biased. And I'm not saying to pick all 5 of these. Do not pick all 5 of these. Pick 2 or 3 of them, right? And if you pick 3 and you're on Prize Picks or whatever, take the flex play. I would like to do, Cole Kmet with Jacoby Myers and Jonnu Smith, right? I would like to do Justin Fields and Cole Kmet and Devontae Parker, right? I'll go through these here. RY's receiving yards. So we got Jacoby Myers, Devontae Parker, and Jonnu Smith over in receiving yards. I wanted to put Mac Jones in here, but I did not. Because maybe he gets injured again. Maybe something happens. Maybe it's not terrible, but they're just we can put Zappy out there and still win this game, right? Because I would love a fully healthy Mac Jones. I would take his prop any day. They have simplified this offense for Zappy, and this is one thing that I did want to say. Too many people are on the Zappy train. I love the Zappy train. He is getting us wins, and it's great. Our defense is doing a lot, though. And they very much simplified this offense, and it's running better and smoother now. If we put Mac Jones in this offense, that would be amazing. And that's what I think will happen tonight. And I will put this out there. I do really, really like Mac Jones over on passing yards. At 215, I believe it is. I really, really like that prop. But I think he could go out there and not get benched. But if he twists his ankle wrong or something, they'll be a lot less hesitant to put Zappy in than normal because of the fact that he has been winning games, right? Especially if they're in a lead or something like that. And even with Zappy, I think that these guys could hit these props. They have been hitting these props. It's fully possible for all 3 of them to hit it in the same game. Jonnu Smith, I really like his. 10.5 is not much at all. He could get that in one pass. But I do really like those. I will put it out there about the Mac Jones one. Zappy is just not even an option. So they think Mac Jones is going to play. I think Mac Jones is going to play. It is just purely based off of if he goes out there for 5 plays, gets, hit once, falls wrong on his ankle, right? Like he could be out. So hoping that doesn't happen. But that's why we don't have Mac Jones's prop in here. So next we got Cole Kmet under 5.5 fantasy points. I don't like his reception yards. They're like 22.5, I believe. And it's just, that could just happen in one play. And yeah, sure, he could get in the end zone, but I don't think they're going to be passing into the end zone much. And that I don't see the Patriots really letting them get many. But to go along with this, because that's what we like to do. We like to do things that go along with each other. Mac Jones would go along with Jacoby Myers, Devontae Parker, and Jonnu Smith, right? Those would all go together. We're just worried about that. But if Cole Kmet's getting under his fantasy points, and just because that could be because Justin Fields is rushing a lot. 7.5 rush attempts. I think it might be at 8 now. When I wrote this down, it was at 7.5. So I do really like that. I think that they're going to get pressure on him. I think that he's going to run. I think the guys won't be open, so he'll just run, Because he was getting hit a bit last week. So we'll see what happens here. But these are the ones that I like. As I said, if you are confident in it, put, Mac Jones with Devontae Parker. Mac Jones with Jacoby Myers. And then throw Cole Kmet or Justin Fields in. Don't just take these guys, and if you think that Mac Jones is going to go out there and be healthy, then take it. I just don't want to put it in here because I'm nervous about that, right? Because if it doesn't hit, I take the responsibility. I'm not a guy who's going to be like, oh, he got hurt in the fourth quarter and he didn't get his prop that he wasn't close to hitting anyway, right? Like, he could get hurt in the first five plays, and I'm not going to come out here and be like, oh, he got hurt, so that's an excuse for myself, Injuries happen. You got to look out for them. If you have a guy who's been injured, he has a higher risk of being injured, so you got to look at that and think about it, and think about Bailey Zappe's been doing good, so they probably, if they feel like Mac Jones is at risk, they're not going to play him, probably. So we'll see exactly what happens. But these are the props that I like. They're pretty much in order. I mean, I really like the Justin Fields one, the Cole Kmet. I like all of these, really. And then we've got our safety net down there. So I'm a big fan of these. I'm absolutely going to be watching the game tonight. I'm very excited for the game tonight. Go Patriots. I've got the flag up behind me. Huge fan of the game. I'm sure it's going to go great, and I'm very excited about it. So good luck, everybody. I hope this weekend went good for you. As I said, we went positive, so that's the most you can hope for, right? And hopefully we can keep that going tonight. We'll see, this entire week. I could be completely wrong on all of these, and then I'm not positive anymore. But we're hoping that doesn't happen, and we'll see exactly what does happen. But thanks to anybody who stopped by. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys tomorrow to talk about these, maybe some NBA stuff, but probably just talk about these. And yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.